Good Friday afternoon, everyone. I hope this finds everyone doing well. Before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. I was due to be on yesterday, but my internet was down. So therefore, I just labeled this as deleted that one and labeled this as a pop up. So have quite hey Chew, welcome in. I have quite a bit of stuff, but I'm if it happens again, I'm going to explain to Spectrum how when you have an online selling platform that you sell on, it's kind of good to have internet. And before I'm finished, I'll have $50 off my bill because I've really had it up to here with them. Hey Leslie, welcome in. It was like 35 minutes before I came on and no internet. So I just labeled this a pop up. So we'll go with that and welcome in Leslie. Good to see you, sweetheart. But yeah, they've avoided the wrath for far too long. So, when you're paying 300 and some odd dollars a month, you expect better than that. And if another company came through here, they'd be dropped real quick. But anyway, it just aggravated me that I had no internet, and it shouldn't be when you pay over $300 a month. But that is another subject. We have a lot of things tonight. One thing in particular, I know people are really wanting, so that will be coming up, and we just have a lot of things that's going to be coming up. So anyway, we'll give it just a few minutes for some people to come in, and then we will start our auction. And man, is it hot outside. So that glare you see coming in is sunlight. But I was up here going through things, and I found a lot of things. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know I had that. So tonight's the night where anything you may see anything and everything. It just depends. So we'll give it just a few minutes. Usually those notifications go out a little bit later. So we will give it a few more minutes, and then we're going to go right into these beautiful items. Let me grab this real quick. And as most of you know, glass seems to be my forte, and I do purchase a lot of it. Hey, Brian, welcome in, sweetie. To say I purchase a lot of something, glass is an understatement. It's 99.9% of what I do, and people seem to like it. And if you know what they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, and as we go, guys, if I see something that's a little on the crusty side, I'll clean it up. Good to see you, Brian. So we're going to go right into it, So first off, I've had this piece for a while, and this is a Mikasha piece. I have sold many Mishika pieces. Hey, Amy, welcome in. I have sold my share. Isn't this gorgeous? You have it's kind of like a springtime motif and I hope, hey, Ellie, sweetie, welcome in. I have left my measuring tool. I'm going to have to send a message down to my daughter. Thank you, to bring my measuring tape up here. See, I do a lot of my shipping downstairs, and when I do that, pens, measuring tapes, yada, 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 end up down there. So let me send a text message to my daughter downstairs to get her to bring that up here because I have to have it. I had one ready to come up here, and only God knows what happened to it. So let me get a hold of her. Let's see, contacts. And I hope she has her phone. Guess what, guys? I made my first batch of the year jalapeno pineapple jelly. So that's probably why I'm discombobulated because I was running against the clock. Thank you. Isn't that gorgeous? So let me send Shannon a text message because I don't like guessing at anything. I could call her. Let me see here. All right. Because I had two. It's hang on, guys. I'm gonna go down and get it. Hang on just a second. I did. I was up here cleaning and I did clear a path. Imagine that. I'll be right back. So it was exactly where I left it. So it's so good to see you guys. I'll give you a quick measurement. This is a beautiful, like I said, it's a spring type time motif, but it is gorgeous. I have sold my weight in Mishika, and I'll give you a measurement. Ah, you like my thrifted dress, Ellie? This is thrifted. I just love a bargain. So I bought two, so maybe I can keep up with it right. So we're going to measure handle to handle. This is a beautiful Mikasha piece. Let me find the right. It's coming in at about 15 inches. It's really a beautiful piece. And hang on, guys. Let me come down here. And we're going to start this at 12 because it's very well worth it. So I will drop this into the chat. Our start bid is $12. And what's wrong with that? So, but it is beautiful. However, it is springtime. But that would even be lovely in an easel or something like that. But it is Mikasha. And it's gorgeous. Let me get a drink of water. We'll give that just a few minutes to it's about that big. It's really gorgeous. So we'll give that just a few minutes. And if we don't see any interest, we will pass this along. If anyone watching sees this piece and they would like to buy it, if it's not sold, I will drop my email in the chat. I know, Brian. I know what you're waiting on. I know what you're waiting on. We can't bring that out first. We want to build a little bit of intrigue first, right? I know we both know I'm not a speed typist. Keep that in mind. But anyone, I don't know why my email is not in the corner, but there is my email and there's Bird on a Wire. Thank you so much for coming in. That is my email. And if anyone is interested, you change your mind, yada, yada, yada. But it is a gorgeous piece and very well worth the starting bid on that. So we will pass on that. Just remember it's available. Let me put it somewhere. So next up we have this beautiful, and this is old. I'll have to Google it, guys. Brian says that he's not saying, but look at this, guys. Look how gorgeous that is. That is like a serving plate. A serving plate. It is vintage. I will take a picture of it, guys, and I will. Come on, air. It's hot. Let me close that door a little bit. And there's Craig. Craig said he wished he had some money to bid. Well, let me take a quick picture. Welcome in, Craig. But I did make some pineapple jalapeno jelly, and that's probably why I forgot my measuring tape, because when I come up these steps, hey, Shell Bell, welcome in. I was flying low. I don't move too bad for a 61-year-old lady, I don't guess. So this is really beautiful. It'd be a beautiful cupcake tray. According to this, it is a sandwich cookie platter. Let's see how old this thing is. Whew, it's hot up here, guys. Vintage clear etched glass cookie sandwich server with fan topped with center handle. And this is really pretty. I don't know the age of it. I know it's etched. And we're going to start this at $10, and it's worth it. If you're into serving with a flair, then this would be your thing. So I will put it up. Every time I hit that, that comes up. But we'll put it up here. And as you can see, the beautiful etching on that, that is really, really beautiful. Don't forget that thumbs up. Isn't that gorgeous? And it has that fanned out handle, and I'll give you a measurement on it. We will give you a measurement. It is approximately, I'd say, 10.75 inches long. And it's just really pretty. And I did clean this. I've got a rag up here with Windex in case we do experience, but that is very beautiful. You could use that. You could put jewelry on that. Look how beautiful that is. I believe that to be, it's not crystal. It has that pressed glass feel about it, and that's what it is. We'll put this. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button for me. Thank you, Brian. Now, so this is so darn adorable, and came in its own box, and it's really cute. All you ladies out there that like and the doll is porcelain. And look how precious. Is that not precious? And it says right here, soft sculptured basket with porcelain doll. So we are going to start her. Isn't it beautiful, bird on wire? Let me see, what did I give for that? Okay, we're going to bid her at, I'll start her at 8. It's brand new in the box. Can't go wrong. Beautiful thing. And there she is. So, like I said, she is in her original box. I haven't taken her out. And there's her face. There's her little face. And look at that big bow. Hey, Roberta. Welcome in, sweetie. Look at that big bow on top of her head. Is that not beautiful? Shell Bell said 8. So I see Shell Bell in at that $8 bid. If anyone else is interested, we need to see $10 bid. Isn't she adorable? That would be cute just about anywhere. Thank you, Roberta. You're such a sweetheart. So if I don't see any action out there, we're going to call this down to Shell Bell for $8, and it is brand new, guys. To my knowledge, it's never been out of the box. You do have your tape. So we're going to call this down for Shell Bell. I do not see any other interest in the chat, and I got started and didn't explain not anything, did I? So we're going to go once, for $8. Going twice, not at. What did I put in there? Going twice. Final and fair warning. Wait a minute here. Come on now. Fair warning, and in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're sold to Shell Bell for 8. Congratulations. So good to see everyone out there. Let me back that up. There we go. Hey, Clint, welcome in. And that, okay, guys, before I go any further, what is that in here? Take the jewelry out of it. Okay. Usually we bid in $1 increments up to 10. After 10, it is $2. After 50, it is 5. After 100, it's 10. And so on and so forth. I do ship with Pirate Ship, calculated shipping. And where's my paper? I found it. I was so excited yesterday. I was in really good. I was in a good position. I had everything ready. Congratulations, Shell Bell. And we have the shoebox going tonight. And welcome in Alpine Gulch. Good to see you, sweetheart. I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, Shell Bell said gift it to Bird on a wire. Okay, I have to do what Shell Bell says because she's the winner. So we will gift that to Bird on a Wire from Shell Bell. And how sweet, Shell Bell. She's like that. Hey, Facey Ace. Bird on a Wire, congratulations, because Shell Bell won and she's the boss and she says you get that. So I can't go against her wishes. And congratulations. Gift to Bird on a Wire. Congratulations. That was so nice, Shell Bell. Shell Bell's like that. Shell Bell is a really sweet lady. Yep, we can't go against the bidder after they won the prize, and they get to call the shots. So, congratulations! Yay! Where's my tape? That will be sent to you. Compliments of Shell Bell. Congratulations. So next up, we have this cross. Oh, Shell Bell goes into the drawing. At the end of the night, there will be a drawing, and each purchase you make will go into this. It's round, but it's a box. It's a shoe box. Get it? We'll go in here and we'll be gifted something, and I'm kind of spontaneous, and I never know what will be coming down the pike, but I guarantee it'll be good. So in goes Shell Bell into the box. Don't want to fold it where it's gonna. Ta-da! There you go, and that's the first purchase. And thank you so much, Brian. I know you're thinking. I can feel it. I know what you're thinking. He goes, well, how does she know what I'm thinking? Let's see. Where's that Melliflores? I just had that. All right, guys. We're going to do a little switch here. Message retracted. So I have this beautiful, and if you like Melliflore, oh, Bird on a Wire says, thank you, Showbell. I'll keep it here until their house gets built, and I'm going to tell them it's from you. Oh, Brian, patience, grasshopper. We can't flash that all out at once. That might cause a panic in the chat. So if you guys, this is the most Melliflore that I believe that I have ever seen on one necklace. Isn't that beautiful? And it does have beads in between it, but it's all Melliflore. And I'll give you a measurement on it. Okay. And we're going to start this at 10. And I'll give you a measurement on it, but it's complete Melliflore. The findings are not sterling silver. And why does that keep coming up? And it's beautiful. So I'll give you a measurement. I've never seen so much Melliflore on one piece. We're going to start it at 10. It is beautiful. It has a toggle closure. We're looking at, it's not that short. Let's see here. Let me get that right. We're looking at about 21 and a half inches. As I said, it does have a toggle closure on that. The findings are not sterling, but it's all Melliflore separated by these beautiful square beads. Like I said, this is a lot of Melliflore. I think Ellie says 10. I really think someone constructed them themselves, and it is beautiful. And if you like Melliflore, aren't those neat? And then you have your little squares in between. Now, buddy, that's a hot one for 10, just saying. So we have Ellie in at that $10 bid. Yeah, it's a good deal because Melliflore is most people, you never see that much in one necklace. I mean, that is fantastic. Isn't that beautiful? So we are going to start calling this down for Miss Ellie if I see no other interest in the chat. So going once. Going twice. We'll give it just a few milliseconds for the lag. Fair warning. We have a fair warning and a last call, guys. Very much true. Roberta, I subscribed. Oh, see, that's what I like to see, guys. Everybody subscribing to one another, and it just does my heart good. And we are sold to, Miss Ellie, and congratulations, sweetheart. Your name will go in the box. Clint, would you drop some links, please? You have a wrench, please, and thank you. So that goes to Ellie for 10. So she's real slick about asking someone to drop links. You're welcome, Ellie. So she's a bossy lady there. I might put it in that. For Petey's sake. See, and I will have Clint dropping those links. Please and thank you, Clint. This goes to Ellie for 10. Ellie's name does go into. Clint does a lot of crafting, Roberta. I think he's really good at it. And Ellie, you are going into the shoebox as well. And thank you for your purchase. Thank you, Clint. You're a good fella. And into the thing goes Ellie's name, and we will move on. Going to do a second channel. Wow, Brian, what's it going to be? All right, folks. Let's try. This is so beautiful. We have any vintage teapot lovers out there? I have this long dress hiked up to only I know. So it's hot in here. So for those, I haven't even taken a picture of this. Let me take a quick picture. This is gorgeous. And Craig says Craig likes them. So let me I think I took a picture of it, but I slept since. Isn't that gorgeous? I bought this the same time as I bought that blue thing that Brian can't get out of his mind. Brian said, "Look at her, rub it in, rub it in." So we're silver plated on this, guys. Brian's vintage and more. Oh wow, Brian, the star of the show. His big sister has. He's probably going to show a lot of that stuff. Well, bird on wire, it just takes practice. You'll get better. Practice makes perfect, and sometimes hey, Johnny, welcome in. We get so worried about being perfect that it does affect. Just do you. I do me no matter what. So this is silver plated, guys, and it is gorgeous. So let me see if I can get a date. Isn't that beautiful? Now that is what I call a real hot piece. So let's see if we can nail down. The pattern now this is what we love. This is vintage. It's American Victorian. And it's 9.5 inches tall, and it is silver plated. And guys, I did try to polish this up a little bit, but I didn't want to mess with it too much because maybe people like it like that. So, oh my goodness, what should I start this at? This is crazy. Clint says, okay, I think I got it all covered. If not, sue me. No, Clint, you're doing good. Calm down. Take a deep breath. You're doing fine, and I really appreciate that. So, let's try to get for this. I'm going to start this at $12. It is very much worth it, possibly more. So we're going to start bid this at 12, and that's an insane price. It's Victorian, and there you go. Go at it. Oh my, Johnny, are you in for 20, sweetheart? Johnny said $20. I think Johnny knows exactly what he's looking at, right, Johnny? And thank you, Johnny. There's another really sweet guy. He is so important, so supportive, and he's incredible. I mean, he's funny. If you ever Clint drop his channel again, he is so funny, and they eat some of the hottest peppers ever. I'll show you the inside while we're contemplating. And I wiped this a little bit, but I didn't do anything else because I left it up to. Hey, Bruce, welcome in, sweetie. This came from Bruce. This is some of the beauty that Bruce sells in his auctions. So, isn't that gorgeous? And just look how that lays. It is just beautiful. It's perfect. You know me, if a necklace don't lay right, it gets frickin' fabulous. Yes. So we have got Johnny in at $20 for this beautiful, and it is gorgeous. And you can use it if you want to. It is silver plate. You can use it. I'm sure it's not just for aesthetics. You can use it, but it is gorgeous. So we are looking at a $20 bid with Johnny. It is silver plated. It's of the Victorian era. It's in real good shape. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Its name is Elegant Silverware made in Indonesia. And it is elegant, guys. We're going to start, if I see no other bids in the chat, we're going to start counting this down for Johnny. And let me put my email in the chat. Look at me typing like a champion here. There is my email address. And I don't see anybody coming in, and we're not gonna play around. We're gonna call it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that countdown because after all, so we're going once, going twice. Now's the time. Oh my God, Craig, I couldn't even imagine. I could not even fathom going twice. Big old fair warning. Last chance for romance, you guys. It's going to be called down. And I don't see anyone. So we are sold to Johnny Small Pepper. Thank you so much. And if you would, Johnny, please send your information to my email, which is in the chat. Name, YouTube name, real name, address, and PayPal email, please. And I do PayPal. And congratulations. It's really beautiful. And Johnny gets to go in there with Ellie and Shell Bell. Now don't pinch while you're in there, Johnny. He's like, I can't believe, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. Johnny, congratulations. $20. And that goes to Sir Johnny, and thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So I have this fantastic purse, and it's older. Now you guys know how I roll, right? Look at this. Look at the metal hardware on that. And the way you open it, you just push this middle ball outward. For God's sake, there we go. And this is by Carla Marchi. It's a beautiful and excellent shape vintage purse. There is your tag right there. Let me get it in there. Wonderful shape, beautiful purse, gold tone accents, chain in immaculate condition. Of course, it's a cross. Isn't that a beautiful shade of I don't know what I'd call that. Gorgeous is one thing. Thank you, Brian. So we're going to start this at, I'm not going to do anything crazy, at $18 because it is worth it. It's in excellent condition. And we started at 18, and that's just about giving it to you. But hey, things got to go. As you can see, it is a crossbody. It comes across. There are no stains. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. Johnny, you didn't put a D in there instead of an F, did you? Let me check real quick, sweetie. If you did, you're not the first one that's made that mistake. All right. Because if you put a D where there's supposed to be an F. Okay. No, Johnny, honey, I am not seeing it. You probably put where it's BRAFFO. It's BRAFF, not BRADFORD. That's okay, Johnny. It happens a lot because my husband said when he went to school, they called him that the whole time. Ellie, this is beautiful. Ellie is at 18. This is a beautiful piece. And you tell yourself, what's in a name? Well, quite a bit when it comes to things. As you can see, the clasp is very good. So, and you just move that forward. It's in wonderful shape. Ellie is at 18. Ellie, this is far more beautiful in person. It's more vibrant. The camera washes it out, but I guarantee you, you will be in love. Look at that bottom. I mean, really? And then there's cardboard. No problem. So I don't see any other interest. So I don't think I put Johnny. I'll have to fix his. Let me write his thing on here real quick because I know I forgot through all that talking. So I see Ellie in at 18. It is, I mean, Ellie, it is much more beautiful than what it shows. This washes it out. It is really gorgeous. So we're going to start calling this down for Ellie if I do not see anyone coming in. So we're going to go once to Ellie for that $18 bid. Going twice. No, Tama, it is a really beautiful green, it's not teal and it's brighter than this. This is more of I would say, kind of like a blue green, but the camera is drowning it out, sweetie. It's far more beautiful than this in person. Yeah, it's a beauty. So we're going to continue that countdown. And welcome in, Tama. Good to see you. Going twice at 18. Yes, sir, Johnny. I see you right there. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a deep. I can't describe it. You're welcome, Tama. But it is beautiful. The camera does nothing for this. Let's see where we at. We're at a fair warning. And it looks like Ellie is going to have her one humdinger of a purse. And we are sold to Ellie. Whoop, there it is. Hey, Minnie, thank you for coming in, sweetheart. We just sold a very fantastic. Oh, it was well worth it, guys. I don't know. I could have paid more for it, but, you know, we're here to sell and not hold on to things. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate it. Wait till you see it. I mean, the camera washes it out. It is drop dead gorgeous. So Johnny goes in there as well as Ellie and all the excitement. I mean, it is, this dulls the real look of it. You are going to be tickled pink, just about as pink as I was when I bought it. It is a wonderful piece. And we'll put this over here. And Johnny is going into the drawing. Like I said, guys, if I don't have any, if your name is drawn out and I don't have anything that I feel like you would like, I will go ahead and where's that box? I will go ahead and give you a credit because what? Oh, here, because not everyone, I may not have something that might. And then Ellie goes in second. Johnny's in there with all those females. Remember, no pinching while you're in there. He said, I can't believe she said that. We'll fold that down to keep that from sticking together with something else. So Johnny said he's pinching. Ow, ow, ow. I heard some whimpering in there. All right, guys. You know I've always got the goods here. So this, I could not find this lid for love nor money. It was right there. This is a gorgeous, it's a soup tureen, but it's missing its spoon. But it could be used for other things. Let me get rid of that. Okay, Leslie, that's fine. If you see something you want, though, dear, I will hold your things until then. So this is a soup tureen, and it's got this motif on it, and it's an older one, and here's your lid. It has an apple on it. All you need to do is locate, the spoon. I'm sure that was broken years ago, and I'll tell you what it is. Okay, because I know I took a picture of it. I'm up here melting, guys. There it is. Usually when I sell items, I usually remove them from the gallery, but since I didn't, you're welcome, Leslie. I trust you totally. I trust you. I trust you. All right. This is a vintage handcrafted ceramic soup tureen with a lid featuring a fruit design. It holds 3 quarts. It's an ivory white tureen with a raised fruit design, including grapes and other fruits like lemons, pears, oranges, and apples. So, for some reason, guys, I don't know if this was in the production of it, but it's not, there is some pitting on it right through there. I don't know if that happened during production or whatever, but it's not broken by any means. I don't know how those got there, but they're too clean for anything else. So, if you like vintage soup tureens, I will start this. We will start bid this we'll start this at 12. 12 seems to be my number recently. It is beautiful, all you need. Bruce is going on vacation on the 17th. And there's Francis. Welcome in. But you have a beautiful vintage soup tureen there's strawberries. You have grapes, and it's just really beautiful, and it is vintage. So we're going to start this thing at 12. I will give you a measurement on it. So this is approximately, the opening is approximately 7.5 inches. It is, I would say, over 4.5 inches deep. Even if you didn't want to use it for soup, it's still beautiful. It has a lid, nothing wrong with it. And so there it is. It's that big. Isn't that beautiful? Just one of those pretties, you know. Yeah, vacation. I haven't been on a vacation in a long time. So there's that one. It is a soup tureen. Brian says, aren't you getting closer to something else? Gabazio, that would be good. You could add your own little. I know a lot of times you can find those ceramic, but a lot of times, being that there's a lot of, some people aren't really careful, but it is beautiful. I'm just saying. So we'll put this little baby over here. Brian said she's stretching this out like she's got me on one of those medieval stretching boards. So this is another beautiful Mika piece, and look at that. Grapes, strawberry blossoms. Isn't that gorgeous? That is just beautiful. Fruit bowl. I'll give you a measurement. And yes, it is vintage. I seem to be drawn to these things. You got that right, Tama. It's hot as a blazes. Ellie said I go on the 17th of the month to be to the coast celebrating our 40th wedding anniversary. Congratulations, Ellie. Not too many people make it that far. It is beautiful, Brian. 14 inches. It has a depth of about 3 inches. It's beautiful. We're going to start this at. This is insane. If you can get something for this, you better get two of them. I'm going to start this at 12. So, all you Mikasha lovers, and I have sold my share, just saying. Look how beautiful that is. That would be gorgeous with fruit on someone's table. It is still considered summer, but it is beautiful. Look at the grape, and it has a very faint color in that. Really beautiful piece, guys. There's this part of it. You got to have a lot of detail right there. Give it such a few minutes, but it'll be beautiful with fruit in it or whatever. It's just a beautiful Mika quality piece. Just really, really beautiful. I guess he's okay for an old country boy. My husband, he's kind of like a country boy. I was on the phone and he interrupted me and I felt like cutting his head off. Let's see. Let's see. They said that woman's got a mean streak in her. Okay. This is Mika as well. What is it for? I don't know, Brian. I would say that it would be lovely on a table with fruit in it. I believe that it would even be pretty propped up in an easel. And Minnie said 12. He did, Francis. He goes, well, I didn't say it was you. And I said, excuse me, I don't like your tone. So we have Minnie in at 12. Yeah, we have those days. You know, we still love them, but we are contemplating their demise. No, I'm kidding. I've been married to him for 42 years, and we're both still alive. Oh yeah, Tama said that would do a nice crisp salad if you had a big dinner. And Minnie is lagging a little bit there. So we have Minnie in at that $12 bid. If I see no other interest, we will start calling this down for Minnie. Minnie, by the way, I haven't forgotten about your. Hey, Gwen, welcome in. I finally found the box to accommodate it that we can get away with it not costing so much, but I am going to ship the base of that separate because I think it's safer. But I did a real good job on. I was getting my boxes and there was this stuff that was like silver and had padding, and I don't know if I was supposed to take it, but I had my husband do it. So if they come after anybody, they'd get him first, right? Okay, I don't see any other interest, and Minnie is going to be the recipient of all this gorgeousness. Going once, going twice. Big old fair warning. Yes, honey, me or Mia, Minnie, I can see you, sweetie. I can see you in there. Fair warning and last call. And we're going to call this sold to Minnie. Well, it helps when you do that. Sold to Minnie. Congrats. And sold to Miss Minnie. Congratulations. So we will mark this one for Minnie, and her name will go into the box. That keeps. Oh, so that's a good deal for $12. That is Mikasha, and they do make very nice things. I have sold quite a few of those in my day. Just saying. And Minnie will get to go in the shoebox for the drawing at the end of the night, and who knows who's going to get what because I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to make it good. So Minnie goes in there. Thank you, Minnie. Well, it helps when you hit the arrow. There you go. Yeah, Minnie, sometimes that does help, and I know that is so frustrating when that happens. Why is that up there? I don't want that there. Minnie gets to go in there with all the others. And thank you guys for your purchase. My youngest grandson was born on our anniversary. We were at the coast then too. Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Into the shoe box we go. I know sometimes if you're on your phone, right below me, there's a line. If you take that and push it all the way to the end, that sometimes catches you up. Because I've lagged a few times myself, So I don't want to put all this stuff where I can't be walking. Let's see. We will put Minnie over here. Woo! Come on, air conditioner. All right, what's next? We know we have a variety. We'll bring these things out. I thought these were perfume decanters, but they're not. And this mirror, guys, this piece is so old I can't do anything with it. But we'll start with this one first. These are little oil lamps. And as you can see, you have your Japan in red on the bottom, which makes things worth far more than just regular Japan. It is vintage. The mirror I can't do anything with, but we all know that when something has aged, it does that way. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know. Hey, Lenore, welcome in. We've got beveled mirror. I have a big mirror on my door that's beveled. My husband and I are 37 years. Congrats, Leslie. Today with everything going on, that is quite the accomplishment. Congratulations, sweetie. And welcome in, Lenore. So, let me make sure nothing's wrong with this. So, this is old, guys, and it is an actual oil lamp. And I'm going to have to start this at 12 because of what it is. And it seems like there's a trend with me and $12. A start bid of 12. And while we are just, I was in open house with all my 4 grandkids and their moms. Lenore, you don't look old enough to have grandkids. You look so young. It does. This actually does work. It's a beautiful piece. Brian, I would say so. Let me take this off. Yep. See, I would say they would. There's your wick right there that came out. There's the inside of that right there. Yeah, I tell you, being married some people, if you get through the first 5 years, it ouch. You may, you got a good chance. But look at that beauty. And there's even Japan right there. Whenever you see Japan in red, it makes an item far more valuable than just regular Japan. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. It does need to be cleaned. On the back, there's a big, ugly sticker, but it is beautiful. My parents would have been married 70 years next year if they didn't pass away. Sorry to hear that, Craig. There'll never be anyone like your parents. That's why, spending time with them is so important, especially as they get older. 7.5 inches tall. That lampshade is around 4, but this is a beautiful piece. Can't do not a thing. Thank you, Miss Lenore. I can't do not a thing with that mirror. It is what it is. But all the pieces on the roses are in good shape. You do have the gold, tipped gold probably there, the gilding on that. And I thought it was a perfume bottle, and I was like, yes, but it's not. But there it is, guys. And that is so delicate. I probably was drawn to it because has a degree of pink in it. So there's that. I know. I thought it was a perfume bottle, Brian. I'm like, yes, it has to be maybe Avon. Brian said 12. Now, Brian, there's nothing we can do about that mirror, but the rest of it, because it's old, the rest of it is in pristine condition. So, I kind of hated that, but that's what time does to even people. We get older, we get spots too. So I see Brian in at that $12 bid. Except for Brian, he looks like a young man. He looks really young. His hair's real dark. So I'm going to start calling this down to Brian. So we're going once. Going twice. Fair warning and last call. And I usually try to give a little time in between just in case someone wants to come in. And I see no other interest, so we are sold to Brian. Well, it helps when you hit that. This one, Minnie, I had this a start bid of 12, but I do have another one that is also an oil lamp. And I may go just a hair cheaper on this next one. So there, this one's a little bigger. So it looks like we are sold, sold, sold. Congrats, Brian, and you're going in the hot tub with the other ladies. And I spell your name right. Oh my gosh. So Brian's going in there. And that is sold to Brian. Thank you so much. The next one is coming up. Let's see. Congratulations. I thought it was a perfume bottle and I was all giddy about it, but it's not. Thank you, Lenore, for dropping those links. I appreciate it. And we're just going to kind of roll that up and put it like that. Put it back over in its little spot. So, coming up next, we have. Yes, Brian, it was just for that particular one, that piece there, because I felt like it was really special. Is that okay, Brian? Because we have another one coming up. I felt like each of these deserved their spotlight. This one right here I'll start this one at 10. When I seen it, I was all excited. Okay, this is yet again this is an oil lamp as well. There's your wick. That does screw off right there. I guess if you were bumping around, you could hold this. But guys, that is milk glass right there. That's milk glass. That shade is milk glass. This is a vintage piece. I'll give you a measurement. Like I said, I thought these were perfume bottles, but they are not. Coming right in at 8 inches tall. It has hey, Ginger, welcome in. Has beautiful flowers around there. It is a vintage piece that still works, and I'm shocked. Then you have your little flowers right there. It does have a handle. It does have that gold gilding on it. It's just a really cute little piece, and that is milk glass. Leslie said 10. So we have Leslie in at 10. So I see we have Minnie, honey, you're going to have to come in at 12. Oh, okay, Minnie came in at 12. We need to see $14 for the next bid. If anyone else is interested, that is milk glass. I guarantee you can hear it. This is operational. It does turn either way. Leslie said 14. It's just a beautiful vintage little piece. It probably needs a little wipe down. Minnie says 16. You do have your gold gilding around that as I tip it down. I just thought it was really pretty. $16, Minnie, the high bid, looking for 18. that screws off. I'm surprised that's not stuck. There's your inside of it. Goes right back down in there. Screws back down. Cutest thing ever. And Minnie is in at 16 if I don't see any other interest. We will start calling this down for Miss Minnie. Leslie said 18, and I need to get that back on there. Leslie is in at 18. It's a real cute little piece, guys, I thought. Out to Leslie. So Leslie does have the high bid at $18. This is cute as a button. So we're going to start calling this down for Miss Leslie. And thank you for your bids, Minnie. I do appreciate that. So going once. Going twice. Final and fair warning. And it looks like Leslie will be the owner of that. Don't worry, we've got many things coming, and we are sold to Leslie. There's one in particular I know people are waiting on for sure. And Brian said, keep rubbing that in. Congrats, Leslie. They said the woman's putting this in personal anguish. No, I'm kidding. So, Leslie, that is yours, Leslie, if you don't mind, and I won't bill you till possibly Thursday, if that's okay, because I know that Wednesday's the day, and I will wait till Thursday, if that's okay. McNeil. And if you don't mind, would you drop my email in the chat, please, Lenore, Gina Bradford 5 at gmail.com. And I will hold this for you. And about Thursday, as someone who's not interested in Big Blue, this is so much fun. I'm giggling. Well, I'm glad that you're having a good time. It's what it's all about. Thank you for sharing your Friday night with me, guys. I appreciate it. And I will just wait till next Thursday, Leslie. That is not a problem. And congratulations. And you are going in that box. Not a problem, Miss Leslie. Here's what we'll do. We'll just kind of roll it and stick it down. But like I said, when I first saw them, I thought they were perfume bottles. So we'll move this back to its perspective place. I know everyone loves. You're welcome, Leslie. You're very welcome. I know everyone loves a good musical piece that's got butterflies and glitter floating in the water. And said, boy, she said it all, didn't she? On lid on it. Look at this, guys. It's so precious. And this one's fairly a new thrift, guys. Look how precious is that? You have your butterfly and your floating glitter. But wait, there's more. And it is singing Tonight We Love, and I've never heard of it. But there you have it. Isn't that beautiful? I'm heading to dinner with my husband. And we'll see you later, Roberta. Thank you for coming in, and you have a nice dinner. And thank you for being here. Yeah, I thought it was very pretty, and thank you, Roberta, for being here. It means a lot. So, those who like music, water, and glitter. So, this is a beautiful piece. It's in really good condition. Here's a helpful hint, guys. If you ever get a piece of something that has a music box to it, if you this has screws on the bottom, you can revive one, because a lot of times with time, guys, these dry out, and this one's good, but I'm just giving a helpful hint. If you take that off and oil, just not a lot, just a drop or two on the mechanism on the inside, and let it cycle through, let it soak first, then let it cycle through, it'll play very well, because sometimes, they just need a little oil. I've fixed a couple myself. Just a little bit of dab will do it, though. So we have this beautiful piece that plays Tonight We Love, and I've never heard of it. So we'll start this one. This one will have to start at 12. It's like new. We'll start this at 12. You do have your glitter, and you have that beautiful, but you have two butterflies. You have a yellow one, and there is a pink one right there, and it plays beautifully. I've never heard that before, but it's really a beautiful sound, isn't it? So there she is. Very Victorian. Hey, Joanne, welcome in. Very Victorian vibes on that. In excellent condition. I just thought it was so pretty. I've never heard of that song, guys, but isn't it nice, Brian? It's such a beautiful, relaxing. All right, we'll put this over here. This may end up in my pink dining room. So let's put this over here. Look at this. Now, you talk about gorgeous. Let me make a picture of this, because I probably slept since I had to have my phone on the charger. And thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. This is beautiful. You're like, man, she's got a lot of glass. Yep. I seem to be drawn to it for some reason. Excuse me. So, guys, let me make sure I got the right one. I hate it when they list and you got to go through it. I am not doing it. Hang on just a second. Why can't they just keep things simple? That would make too much sense, right? This is so pretty, guys. Let's see what they're saying about this. Look at that. So let me make sure I got the right. Oh, yeah, it's the right one. This is a New Orleans, Italy white satin glass pedestal compote with lid, and it is hand painted. That's quite the handle, and it's a rare find. This would be so, you have to be careful, guys, because it's really thin. And I think we're going to start this one at 12 too, and that's cheap, really. I think, of course, we're going to start this one at 12. It is so delicate and beautiful. Let me take the slit off. Hand painted, New Orleans, Italy, white satin glass. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? There's your inside, clean as a pin. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? And it's like they're saying it's a compote. Now, this thing is so delicate and so beautiful. I hate when that comes up. And it's hand painted. And we're going to start this at 12. It's very beautiful. And as you know, it is New Orleans, Italy, white satin glass. Thank you, Lenore. I appreciate you. Isn't that gorgeous? That is so pretty. I don't know where you would set that, but it would complement anywhere you set it, I think. Just a gorgeous piece. Thank you, Lenore. I appreciate it. Get me a drink of water. It's just one of those things. Everybody's saying, I'd be so afraid I'd break that. If you're like the people in my house, they'll break something and they'll push it back and you won't find it till later. All right. Oh, I don't want that to get lost. I better set that. Well, come on. There we go. Now, oh dear me. Brian says, any day now. Oh gosh, guys, this is a beautiful. This is Mikasha and it's glass and it's vintage. Could you not imagine a wedding photo in there? Or it's just in perfect condition. It does have a chain and it's beautiful and it is Mikasha. It's got some good weight to it. It would be beautiful like with an older picture. So let me think. I'll start this at 12 too. What a deal that is. You won't find that anywhere, but start bid of 12. This is beautiful while you're pondering that. I will give you a measurement. It would be so beautiful with a wedding picture in it, or a picture maybe of some your parents, or a real vintage type, you know. It looks like we're at 10 and a half long, and it is approximately almost 8.5, not quite. It is beautiful. It's in wonderful condition. It is the Mikasha brand. It's just a beautiful piece. There's the sides of it. That's in really good condition. You have a chain. You know how you get these and they have the real cheap cardboard and it ends up caving in or not working out so well. Not this one, but it would be so beautiful with a wedding picture in it. And the shape that it's in, you could, you know, be a beautiful gift. So there we have it. I thought, wow, you got a chain. That's unlike a lot of things. Yes, Brian, is glass. It is the most beautiful. mica piece. I'll move it in a little bit so you can see the detail. All glass. What a beauty that is. Very nice chain in the back, a little on the dusty side. That's okay, Brian. That's fine. You don't, people come into an auction to enjoy themselves, and they probably worked all day or been busy and just like to relax. Many said 12. So we have many, and it's that big. We have many in at 12. It is gorgeous. I don't know. Many, whatever picture you put in this, you'll have to send me a picture of what picture you would put in there, because I think it's gorgeous. So seeing many, yeah, it is a beautiful piece. It has that really nice chain in the back. So we see many in at 12. So if I see no other interest, I'm going to start calling this down for Miss Minnie. So going once. We'll give it just a little bit to make it fair. Going twice. Final and last call. That would be pretty, Tama. It really would. Fair warning. Black, yes, it would be. So it looks like Minnie's getting that one. Congratulations, Minnie. I think you're going to love it. And it sold to Minnie, and there we will put a tag on this for Miss Minnie. Congratulations. I think Minnie also got one that was pretty spectacular. It was 3 hearts, and it was Mika's show. That is sold to Miss Minnie, and thank you so much. Then you will go right into the drawing at the end of the night, and somebody. Oh, wow, Minnie, I bet that's amazing. I bet you when people come in, they say, oh my goodness, what a beautiful frame. 'Cause it was pretty spectacular. We'll fold that down so it won't stick. And in Minnie goes, and we're getting a lot of people in there. In Minnie goes. Thank you. What time is it? 6/7/22. Okay, guys. The moment that I know some people have been waiting for. Hang on to your hats, guys. Just saying. Bam. Okay, Brian, you can. He's been holding his breath this whole time. So I did clean this up. I used, shined it up with window cleaner as well. And Brian said, now she's on it. So this is an Indiana glass grape motif carnival glass punch bowl set. Yes, this is what's got them all wound up, Tama. You're right. There's your, isn't that beautiful carnival glass? Isn't that gorgeous? And I have the coordinating 12 cups. Yes, Tama, man, I've had a so many go out of here. And you guys know that, and the cups, and I'm minus one of the hangers, and you're going to get this magnificent plastic punch bowl dipper. It's not worth a lot, guys, but it does match. And one of the hooks got broke better than one of the cups, right? Brian's. Now you guys know that I'm notorious for, I always try to give y'all good deals, but this one, guys, 12 inches, has to be going at a premium. Yes, Minnie, your research is right. It is rare, and the prices are all over the board on this. And guys, it's 8 inches deep. I have really milled this around. This is not a jump decision or something that I'm just coming off the top of my head. Now, this, what I'm getting ready to offer this for, is a lot cheaper than what the cheapest price is, if you can believe that. This is Indiana glass, and I live in Indiana. What a coincidence. You get 12, this here, that there. And y'all know it's rare, and I know you guys know what these cost. You've done your homework, and I'm going lower than the lowest listed, what it is currently listed for. And this, I've seen this listed for over $200, but not today. Brian said, "Don't break my heart like that." So I did pay a little more for this than what I normally do, but I thought it was worth it. I saw it, guys, once, and I thought, well, maybe I couldn't get this out of my mind. And I went back this week and I said, maybe if it's there, I'm going to get it. So it wasn't in the spot it was, but they moved it up front. And I said, okay, enough thinking. So I'm going to start this, guys. And I'm being fair about it. And this price is cheaper than the lowest that this is going for on platforms. And if you guys did the homework, you know what I mean. So I'm going to start this at 125 because of what I paid for it. And that's got to be what it's got to go for. I've seen it listed at like 140 something, over $200 for this set, because yes, it's rare. It's hard to find. In all my, while I've thrifted all these years, I have never come across one of these. And you do get the 12 cups. It's in immaculate shape. There's not one thing wrong with it. And it is beautiful. It's more beautiful in person. There's your bottom right there. Boom. Brian's in at 125. But you guys, you know I'm fair, and I would never start. You guys know me. Shoot. Brian said 125. Minnie does her homework, and she knows it. Like I said, I've seen it listed for over $200, and it's a rare find. And this one will be pretty easy to ship. I mean, it's big, but hey, if you've seen the punch bowl that I shipped to Minnie said 130, you would understand, because it had it. This is from the 70s, Tam. I did research it. Brian said 135. I did research it, and this is from the 70s. I mean, I don't know. This I bought at the Salvation Army. It was probably pre-owned by someone. We have Brian in at 135, Minnie in at 145. I don't really care for that. What do you mean, Craig? Brian's in at 150. We have to really, when you resell something, you have to go with what you paid for it. You look at eBay as a good one to go on and look. Brian's at 150. And you really have to go in and look. And this is rare. And sometimes it has a lot to do with the taste of the person that's buying it. I think they really know. I think they really know what they're looking at. And I think that was more than fair. So Brian has a high bid at 150. It is magnificent. I got the old Windex out after I said, man, this is gorgeous. So it is beautiful. All 12 cups. Usually, a lot of times, these cups get decimated. And where I bought it, they had it priced because they knew what they had. And so we have Brian in at 150. And I can't talk. Minnie said, Brian, great investment. So, Minnie, are you out? If so, we'll call this for Brian. Just let us know and we'll start calling it. And Minnie is out. So, this is Brian's beautiful, rare. Like I said, we have to go with what, and that was 125. What was that again? That's what I started at. Hang on, guys. I got so excited I forgot. 150 for Brian. I am going to count this down. Brian, this is wonderful. You never know. I may come across another one. Who knows? Probably got a better chance of being struck by lightning. And Minnie, thank you for your bids. I really appreciate that. So we're going to go once, going once. Going twice. Fair warning. And this is sold to Brian. Oh, fair warning, fair warning. Yeah, Brian's a good fella, and we are sold to Brian. That is magnificent. To Brian, and congratulations, hon. Brian, that was, and thank you, Minnie. It's amazing. I mean, yes, I have sold some for ridiculously low prices. You're welcome. But it's about what you pay for them and what you see them selling for and what they're worth. You have to do that mathematical equation. And Brian, you're going in the shoebox before you do it. And you guys know I love you, but I mean, I've sold some things that it's unbelievable for really inexpensive, but it's what I pay for them. And Brian's going into the box. You're going to love this, Brian. Yeah, Minnie, you never know. Out there in the wild, I may come across another one. And I couldn't, like Brian, I couldn't get it out of my mind, guys. And I knew once I had to get out, leave the house, that I knew where I was going. I was going straight to that Salvation Army. And congrats, Brian. It will be handled with loving care, just like everything else. So, man, that was exciting. So, moving on, how can we really top that? I mean, that was great. Let me look around here. Okay, let me bring this up. Y'all seen it before. Congratulations. Oh my God, that thing is breathtaking. Maybe glass jail. Brian Brian could never forget me because he's got too many glass pieces to remind him, and many as well. They've really, of course, other people bought some wonderful things, and it's always good to have, even if it's an object that's a part of a person. You're welcome, Brian, sweetheart. So we have a Fenton piece, it's milk glass. I've offered this before, and this is going to be lowered to just an absolutely outrageously crazy price after I get a drink of water. This first started selling at 25 for Fenton milk glass, but now it was at 25, it was down to 20, and we're lowering this to $15. If you are a Fenton collector, you might want to jump in on this because that is a wonderful price. Wait a minute, I'm down here in no man's land. We're going to start it at 15. That is cheap, and that's as low. Whoops, that's as low as I can go. It is Fenton, it's hobnail, it's milk glass, and I can't go any lower. Just saying. And I'll give you the specs on it. And why did that come? Many said 15. So many of you know what the specs are. Look how gorgeous. It reminds me of a pie crust. So we have many in at 15 for Fenton. It's beautiful milk glass. It's just amazing. Kind of reminds me of a flower. So seeing many in at 15 after it was originally 25, I felt like that's time to move it. So we're going to start calling this for many. It's a beautiful Fenton piece. This was the third offering. It's time to let it go. So we're going once. Going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to many. Congratulations. I'll go back. Congrats. TS. Congratulations, Minnie. That is coming to you, and that's a wonderful. See, guys, I know sometimes we get our hearts set on things and we want. Sorry, Leslie, sweetheart. It was already sold, babe, before that. We have the sold before Minnie. I mean, the sold before your bid, and I apologize. And that one goes to Minnie. Sometimes it's good to refresh, guys. This was a one. Don't fear not. There are many beautiful things in the works. Goes to Minnie for 15. That's a beautiful piece. Yeah, I tell you, that's why I try to do that in the chat, because sometimes people, when they want to come in on something, you got to give them a little bit of leeway, the opportunity, and Minnie goes in the box that they can do so, and that's the best way to do it. Fairy lamps. I have one downstairs, and I haven't seen any in a while. So Minnie's going in there. Not right now, Amy. I don't have any fairy lights, but that's something to fairy lamps. That's something I will keep in mind in the future for. There's a bunch of people in this box tonight, this afternoon. Like I said, there's more coming, trust me. Alrighty then. Let's see, which way we going? Which way we going? Okay, since I obviously have an abundance of punch bowls, and I want to offer this. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, mercy sakes alive. There we go, Leslie. Sometimes it's just so. That's why I'm choosing to write, counting it down in the chat, because sometimes that gives people an opportunity to, if they're interested, and it's just fair, and it just cuts down on a lot of. Thank you, Brian. It just cuts down on a lot of things that. Okay, guys, this can be cleaned up. I did wipe it down a little bit, but that's Gottinger. And you say, well, how do you know it's Gottinger? Hang on just a second. Let me get that off of there. This would be an absolutely amazing tray. It's right here to put a tea set on. How nice would that be, Gottinger? So, Gottinger, I've got a joy. This is silver plate, guys. So it has grapes and it is very vintage. I kind of rubbed on it a little bit. I didn't use with just water and a little bit of window cleaner. And this is a Gottinger, and I'm about to do something just totally off the wall here, but it's my party and I'll do it if I want it. No, I'm teasing y'all. We're going to start this at 18. It is Gottinger. Whoops. It is amazing. It will clean up if you want it that way. It would be glorious with a tea set on it. And I'll give you a measurement real quick. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm the only one I know can lay something down and lose it like I do. So here we go. Oh, so from handle to handle, this beautiful, it'd be gorgeous with a tea set. 19 inches long. It is Gottinger. It's silver plated. It's really amazing. 10 inches wide. And there it is. You can clean, this can be cleaned up. I've seen people clean with baking soda. I've seen people use toothpaste. They both work. I've heard of people using ketchup on sterling, but this is silver plate. It would be beautiful with a little tea service. I'm going to look into getting more of the tea pots like I sold earlier, because that would be so beautiful. Minnie said 18. That would be so beautiful with a tea set. And I kind of polished a little bit, but if you want to leave the tarnish, it is silver plate. That will clean off. So we have Minnie in at 18, and there's Elizabeth. Welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you, and thank you for coming in. But like I said, this is Mark Gottinger with a trademark right there. Let me move it in. And it is very vintage, so I see Minnie in at 18. So, if I don't see any other interest, we will start calling this down for Miss Minnie. As you can see, guys, I've got something for everybody. I mean, I do have the stuff. Just saying. So there she is, Gottinger. I've never seen a Gottinger platter. So seeing no other interest in the chat, we're going to go once too many for $18. What a deal that is. Going twice. Fair warning and last call. And we'll give it just a few milliseconds. No other interest, so we are sold to Minnie at $18. Thank you so much and enjoy. I've never seen a Gottinger tray the quality that this is. Congratulations, and you will go right in the hat box. No telling what's going to be given away because I'm kind of unpredictable, but it's always good, I guarantee you. That's a beautiful piece of Gottinger. And Minnie goes into the box. Minnie, and thank you so much. That air conditioner is starting to feel really good about now, just saying. It's just a little window unit, but does the job. I was thinking today, once we get decently into August, we start thinking September and how then before we look up. Okay, Johnny, good night. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for your purchase. I really appreciate that. You take care, Johnny. Thank you so much. Must not be holding my mouth right. All right, next up. Do we love glass? Do we need a little break from glass? But it's still glass, but do we need something? We went from 70s back to the heat. I know, Brian. Don't worry. It's one of those things. I believe this necklace is vintage. We'll go from one glass profile to another. Let's see how this works. I have this beautiful red. I know I love the fall of the year and spring. Now that's my time. That it's just there's something in the air that's so I can't find it. So we have this red and it's all pretty much bicones and it's glass. And there we have it. We'll start this one at 10. And it's all glass. There's a lot of AB coated bicones on this, guys. It does have that kind of a hook. It is not sterling. Red glass with these other little beads in between. Probably a little on the vintage side. AB bicones right there. Red glass. Beautiful necklace. Just very gorgeous. Let me give you a measurement on this so you'll know what. I think it's a vintage one, really. I really do. Judging from what I can see. So it comes in at about 24 inches. So it's not one of those short ones that, you're going to have to hold your breath in to put it on. But it is beautiful. There you have it right there. Very beautiful AB coated bicones. I think this is an older one here. Very nice. And so there's that necklace. I think that's a little different. I'm not for sure what that is, but that's red glass right there. Non-silver findings. Say the girl can't talk. So we will pass on that. Brian, I'm going to make sure you get this. It might be plastic, but it goes with it. So you're probably not overly excited about that plastic, but hey, we do what we can, right? What was I going to do next? Went right out the old brain here. Let's see. What was next? You ever look at oh, here we go. Okay, guys, this is a really pretty cross. It's a combination of crystal and pressed glass. The bottom of this is crystal, and the cross itself appears to be pressed glass. You can tell. Yeah, Lenore can do that for you, Leslie. It's a beautiful cross. Not, I sold Brian one that was just many, probably last year, that was fantastic. And I'll give you a measurement. 7 inches tall. The base is crystal and the cross is pressed glass. Still, when light would pass through that, that would be very beautiful. And we're going to start this at $10. Very beautiful. I could imagine the light passing through that. I don't know, guys. That sounded like crystal to me. But the bottom is definitely crystal. I can testify to that. Minnie is in at 10. It is beautiful. I can imagine the light passing through that, how beautiful that would be. So we have Minnie in at 10. Minnie is currently in at that $10 bid. Isn't that beautiful? Brian, man, he really hit the jackpot. But yeah, it's very pretty. So I see Minnie in at 10. If there is no other interest, we will call this down for Miss Minnie. That would be beautiful about anywhere. So we're going to go once to Minnie. Whoops. Going once. Going twice. Well, I really try, Minnie, to really bring it to where the bottom is really nice on it. Yeah, the bottom is nice on that. I can imagine light passing through that beautiful piece. Oh, yes. Fair warning and last call. And we are sold to Minnie for 10. Congratulations, sweetie. Yeah, a lot of times I am in the right place at the right time, and sometimes I usually stop in that thrift shop at least twice a week because they have a big rotation of their items and it's just so smart to stop in there. They are busy people in there. They told me when they see me coming, they get the boxes out because they know what I buy. Got a package from the mailman. Awesome. We got some people in here. So, I mean, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I always stop in there. Oh yeah, I always stop in there because I know there's something is going to be something in there that's going to rock one of you guys' world. Now I don't have a jot form. Hang on just a second. Maybe I should. Let's see. Yeah, make sure you put. Brian said he's thrifting a little tomorrow. It's always fun to go thrifting. Look under here. Okay, I think this is Anchor Hawking. Thought I cleaned that up. Yeah, and it's all. What did I do with that? It is really fun. It's like an adventure. Yeah, there's just my email, Leslie. Just sometimes if you there's two F's in Bradford and no D, Brafford. And Amy's gonna hit yard. I haven't been to a yard sale in ages. I really haven't. I need to get out there. What it is, I'm a night owl. And by the time I get up and get my act together and get dressed. No, honey, I sure don't. I just have my email. I should have came in under my other channel so everyone will know what it is. Yeah, Brian, you can. You can go and switch your account, switch to that account. I know, Tama, me and you both. Unless it's a special occasion. I don't have any lights on, guys. We'll be sitting in here talking in the dark. Now, let's get some light on this subject here. So, we have this beautiful. All right, Tama. Thank you so much. Yes. Mm-mm-mm. I think a lot of times, like I said, people put a D where it's an F, people put a D, but yeah. So next up, I think this is the Anchor Hawking piece, and man, is it gorgeous. Look at that, how beautiful that is. This one will be lowered as well. It's an Anchor Hawking piece. It's very lovely. It appears to have, I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a tulip. It's 11 and a half inches long. Yes, that's usually our goal, Tama. And it's really sometimes The road to that's kind of slow, but and 7.5 across. But you don't give up, you know. I mean, there he is. Let me go in here and we want to support everyone. And let's go in here. Brian's Vintage and More. And he's still working on it. Brian, you need, let's see here. Let me get into there. It doesn't hurt to get started with a bang, right? Alrighty then. Okay, let me go in. Go to channel. That's a neat birdhouse, Brian. You've already got 16 subscribers of 17. Hit all notifications, and there you go. I like that, Brian. I like what you've I really like that. That's amazing. I love that. Yeah, it's all lowercase, Leslie. So this, I'm going to lower this, had it at 12, but because things need to be moving and we don't want things to be here for an eternity, we're going to start it at a $10 bid. That's a good deal, I think, for what this is. It is anchor hocking. You do have some texturing in that as well. Kind of reminds me of like the texturing they have in stained glass. But it is a beaut. Beautiful, beautiful. And wonderful vintage condition. It's an oldie but a goodie. There's your bottom. Yes, Brian, I really like, I'm going to go into, I can type faster on a phone than I ever could anything else. I really love that little birdhouse thing there. Good choice. Let me turn this down, way down. Alrighty then. Okay. Because I can type much faster in the chat. So we will pass on that. It is gorgeous. It's still available. Just saying. So let's continue on. Just when you thought you just could not see one more punch bowl, there's one coming up here because this, my friends, is amazing. Just saying. Ooh. Okay, I hope everything is there. Let's see the cup. Oh, that's gorgeous. This punch bowl has the cups and the bowl and an extra bowl that matches. Let's see if that's the correct. Yep. That is the one. Excitement coming. Let's see. This one goes. That goes to that punch bowl. Hey, Deborah, honey, welcome in. Good to see you. So we're going down that punch bowl alley once again. Thank you, Deborah, for coming in. Moving on and upward. So this has been the week for punch bowls. What can I say? You know, you would think that a punch bowl is like a bygone thing from the past, but I do find people still love them. So naturally, I'm in there with the best of them, buying them. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe I have another one out in the hallway. Say, man, she's everywhere. Let's see. I believe there's 6. I think the cup I showed as an example is out here somewhere. So, well, duh, here it is. Open your eyes and you shall see. So, I couldn't pass it up, guys. It was just that good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has little hangy things, and you know how they break. Let's put those over there. Okay, guys, this is an ensemble of 6 cups, the punch bowl, plus an extra added bowl. So before I go any further, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6. This is a smaller punch bowl, so it all made sense. So with that being said, look at this. Let me get this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at the ruffled top. And it has 6 cups and it comes with this. Now, how many times does this happen? Okay, Amy, thank you so much for coming in, and you have a nice dinner with your family. I appreciate you coming in, sweetie. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a big one, and look at what the accessories that come with it. Now, how often, let's get a measurement. You probably have a better chance of being struck by lightning than to get that extra bowl. So going across, it's 12.5 inches. It is approximately 6.5 inches deep. It does have an additional side bowl to it. And this bowl is approximately almost 9 inches and 3 inches deep. And you get the matching cups, which look like that. And I'm going to have to refer to my notes, guys, because I don't quite remember what this is called. But let's look into this, because I know I took a picture of it. Yeah. Ah, this has got to be. This is beautiful. I mean, to be able to get that is almost unheard of. So here's what we are looking at. This is a vintage KIG Malaysia Fleur de Lis punch bowl set. It is pressed glass, and I think it's mid-century. The KIG Malaysia brand is known for producing heavy, durable glass items. And it said it is often found as a part of a set that includes matching punch cups and sometimes a ladle. Well, I got the extra bowls, so I don't know how that happened, but yeah, KIG Malaysia. With 7 Up. Yes, ma'am, I do too. So we're talking 6 cups, and unless I find a couple more, the bowl, 2 bowls. Hold the phone, guys. Let me see something. There's something marked in there. Let me get my spine eye. Might be Malaysia because. Alrighty then. Yes, it is marked Malaysia for sure. What's in the punch bowl? Is it marked Malaysia as well? So there's no doubt that these go together. So that I'm going to have some room up in here. I'm going to move this down here. Let's see. This is an amazing set. Everything matches. Gorgeous, gorgeous glass. We're going to start this at. This is crazy. Whoops, I'm in the wrong thing here. We're going to start this at $20 for everything. Whoops. 20, and I didn't even get it in there. Minnie's all over that, and I don't blame her. And it's very pretty. It's Keg Malaysia, and Malaysia is in here, right in there, that word right there. Amazing 2020. Minnie knows what she likes. Most of us females do. Malaysia. That's really special, I think. So we have Minnie in at. That's okay, Minnie. You're fine. Minnie just knows what she likes. Nothing wrong with that. So I see Minnie in at 20. Great deal on that set, by the way. See, whenever I get a good deal, I pass it on. So we're going to get real. Now that I'm on the phone, I can be more nimble. So I see Minnie in at that $20 bid. We'll need to see 22. If not, we will sell this beautiful punch bowl and matching accessory bowl to Minnie. So we're going once. Going twice. Fair warning and last call. And we are sold to Minnie. Congratulations. You got it, girl. See, guys, I really think what you're seeing in this, like counting it down like that in the chat, sometimes, there are times where people get kind of perturbed about, well, it was you didn't give me enough time, or and that way, once the item is sold, it's verifiable in the chat, and it's always good to do that sometimes, guys, because we never know. Congrats, Minnie. That way, on one hand, it gives people the opportunity to come in, and on the other hand, well, if somebody gets a little perturbed with you and you say, well, I'm sorry, it's what I have to go what I see on my screen, and it's just fair, and it keeps down a lot of confusion. Congrats, Minnie. 420. That Minnie is getting that. Congratulations. You'd be surprised how that little bitty thing makes a difference. Okay, time to head off for me. Thank you for so many beautiful things shown. You're welcome, Tama, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. You have a great rest of your afternoon, sweetie. Thank you so much. So Minnie's going in there again. Congrats, Minnie. I know Brian's excited about that punch bowl. He's probably don't worry, Brian. I'll take good care of it when I pack it up for you. You know I will. No sloppiness in this camp, right? So, and that's what I say, about, someone was talking about their short video wasn't that good. You just keep trying. You just can't say, well, Rome was not built in a day. You just have to keep going and know that, one day your ship will come in, but you can't. Sometimes things are not instantaneous, guys. They take work. But you know what? Probably, Brian, I wouldn't doubt it. But it takes work. But I think as we work at what we do, I think it builds character, and we know that, hey, nobody can take this from me because I've worked for it. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with a job well done, just saying. You just have to keep going, guys. One that you're sitting there 1 minute and you're like, why is my subscribers not moving? And then you go the next day and it's like, guys, this month alone, I've got 19 subscribers. And I feel like that's a victory for me. And it really is, guys, because that lets me know that people appreciate, you know, I think it's a victory. It really is. And sometimes we have to come out of ourselves, get out of our heads, and do what we know we can do. Stop overthinking it, and you'll make it. The worst thing we can do is overthink things. It's really true. I look at it like this, and you know, nobody's perfect, and the one that's perfect is on the other side. So we just have to keep the faith and keep going to know that one day we'll make it. It may not be when we think we're going to, but for everything, there's absolutely a season. So, man, she lectures us every time. Well, no, I'm not lecturing you. I'm just saying, keep pushing, keep climbing. Because and be it with anything in life, and one day you will get there. You know, let me clean this out. This is disgusting. There we go. A little Windex will do you. Yes, indeed. And the thing that I really cherish about my journey is that I've got to get to know so many wonderful people, and it was worth every mile, guys. It really was. I mean, the caliber of people that I have met in these chats is just amazing. And guys, that's something that money cannot buy. Really, that's the way I look at it. All right, guys, let me get this cleaned up. I can't stand something to be less than what it should. So, I had this up before. I think it's beautiful. And let me look here, guys. So let's go to the gallery and see it. See if it's in here. It's been a while, guys. Mhm. Let's see here. Ah, sometimes it's in your benefit to keep things. Sometimes, unless you sell them, and then you can move them out that off of there. All right. It's thinking too long. If you have to think too long, I have to really think about if it's true or not. Okay, moving on. This is a 2001. This is Laura glass. And this is the original handle because I did look it up. 11 by 9 glass basket with wicker handle. And this is pretty amazing, just saying. Let me see. High quality glass, charming fruit design, 11 inches by 9 inches, blah, 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 blah. It's Laura Glass. I've never heard of that. Yes, we really do. And some people just really, I mean, we have so much fun and pick on one another and tell stories. And it's fun, fun. So this is considered Laura Glass, and I will give you a measurement. It is a basket, guys. And I would suspect of that handle, but it is the original. Let me give you a measurement on it. Pretty amazing, might I add, with the braided detail along the edges there. So it's 11 and a half inches long. It is, whoops, about 8.5 inches wide, and it has a depth of about 5 inches. Hey, hey, Francis, me and Francis, I have a feeling we'd have, if we got out together, all bets would be off. Oh, this was funny, Francis. Me thinking your unalive aunt was on the top of your car, Gina. My stomach hurt so hard from laughing. What I was referring to, have you guys ever watched National Lampoon's Vacation? You never know. People do weird things. But they went on vacation, and his wife's aunt passed away. And so they go through all kinds of stuff because, that's how Chris Lampoon is. And so she passes away, and nobody wanted to be in the car with it, and they put her in a chair on top of the roof of their vehicle, covered with a tarp, and it was raining. Then they took her to somewhere, I think it might have been her son or daughters, and she was sitting out in the rain covered with a tarp with her purse in her lap, and they left her there. So, what was that name that their son used when he got in, was had to get into the casino? What was that? Papa Giorgio. And he had a fake ID. He had a fake ID, and Papa, that's what he was. It was. It's so funny, and the boy ended up winning big. I know, and there's so many of them. It's so funny. I like that movie, Dumb and Dumber. Now that is hilarious. where he puts that laxative in his buddy's tea so that when he goes with that lady, that was a funny one. So we're going to start this one at 12 as well. Yeah, Jim Carrey is so funny. So we're starting this beautiful bowl. It's kind of frosted, but look at that braided edge on that. Isn't that amazing? And them on that moped and going all the way to deliver that suitcase that had all that money in it. And once they figured out what was in it, they really went on a spending spree. And if you'd have seen some of the the funniest part was when I think they was in like a pedicure salon, and one of them put his foot out and his toenails was about that long, and the lady come out with a welding mask on and one of these spinning saws. That was hilarious. So we do have this at 12 if there's any interest. This has like a frosted appearance to it. Really pretty. It's just one of those movies where you're laughing all the way through it. Some of the silly things that they come up with is hilarious. I got something stuck. I'm up here with a dress on and barefooted. You can tell I'm from Kentucky, just saying. Let's see here, guys. What else do we have? There was something else that I was going to. Oh, I know what I was going to show. Oh, this is old. I've had this for a while. I don't want to get twisted up and no cord. So, I know he was in so many movies. Jim Carrey, The Grinch was a good one. The Yes Man was a good one. And let me clean this up. Ace, Ace Ventura Pet Detective was hilarious. When he was supposed to capture that white bat, that was funny. In the movie Mask, it was hilarious. This is really dirty, guys. This is an oldie but a goodie. Though I also like the movie Forrest Gump and the Shawshank Redemption. I like that show too. What was that one that Tom Hanks is in with the oh, what is the name of that? The Green Mile. I like that one too, even though it was sad. Him and his hairdo where it sweeped out like that. It was funny. So we have an old, I believe this is a candy dish, and let me make a picture of it. Oh, they have some of the best movies. I liked it when he was in Dumb and Dumber, and they had those ridiculous, look like prom tuxedos on, and every time he would spray his breath spray, it would go in someone else's face. Oh, it was really sad, and I don't like. There's just something about it. It's really sad. I tell you what, if the laws were like they were back then, there'd be a lot of people going down for the. Okay, this is a vintage clear glass candy dish with a lid specifically identified as Hazel Atlas Colony Clear Square. This is not a square. I know, and it was just so. No, it's not. Wait a minute. Someone's selling one on Whatnot store. I think there was definitely a moral to that story. Let me see. I'm not buying that. I only want to know. They described something. This is not square, but it is vintage. It is a candy dish, and we'll start this one. It's very old. Here's the bottom of it. Not as fancy as some of the other ones I have sold. I know I love the movies that. Yeah, yeah, that's so true. It's very, very good show. Very good. I think what that, and we'll start this one at 8. What I think that movie really represents is that we should not judge people for the color of their skin and things like that. And there's something to be learned in that, you know. And yeah, I like movies that have a deeper meaning than what we think. But that little old, what's his name, Percy or whatever, and the way he did that guy. Oh yeah, the way he did that poor guy. They ought to. That was horrible. Horrible. Let's see. Sentence. Yes, well, I love the ones that just really speak to people. Make people think. That life is very short. You know. So up next, this is because normally I'm not the type that likes to watch violence, but I tell you what, if they had the punishment today like they did back then, there'd be a lot less going on. Just saying. Schindler's List. I still can't. I don't think I've watched that one, Francis. I'll have to see if I can't. I've heard of it. Does that have something to do with Germany and these POW camps? This is ZSNC Bavaria, so this is an oldie, and it is a appears to be a lidded dish, And it's got some really fancy doodads on it right there. It is an older one. And the top of the lid is really magnificent. Right there, you can see that gilding on there. And I slept since I made a picture of this, so I'll have to do it again. Let's see. Camera. And this is a beautiful piece too, I think. Yeah, I like those movies from then. Alrighty then. This is huh, a vintage Royal Dalton terrain with gold trim. It's got a lid on it. Royal Dalton. Are they sure that's what they? Brian, you better get that shelf built ASAP. But yeah, this is Royal Dalton. It does. I'll show you the mark on the bottom. And we will start this one at 12 as well. Oh, yes, it was funny. Boy, didn't they get into some. We'll start this at 12. They really got into some. I like it when the relatives came in and that big old dog that ran. What about that guy that come in and that travel trailer that looked like it was from the Middle Ages and had this old big dog, and what a mess that was. It was funny. So we'll start that one at 12. So which way are we going? Meanwhile, yeah, those are good movies. Hilarious. Let me see if I can find. Where's those? Okay, guys, what did you miss? We had this beautiful Royal Dalton lidded, and this one was at 12. I'll show you the gilding on it. Has the gold gilding right there, very beautiful. Royal vintage Royal Dalton terrain with gold trim. That went to Brian, and that went for 150 for Brian. Let me check. Brian come out with the win on that. He pulled him and Minnie were interested, and that's what it sold for. And still, that was rather inexpensive. But hey, we're about deals here. You guys like these little they're little sun catchers. I have a whole bag of them. Yes, he pulled it out, and of course they're right back there. And this one's tail wags, and it says "Happy Holiday, huh? Holiday catnip." And I have an entire bag of these. There's this one. If this is your jam, we have a penguin that reminds me of Chilly Willy. There's a penguin. And we're going to sell the whole. Here is a turkey with a game day helmet on. Happy Harvest. So we always associate November with football, right? And here we have looks like one of these. Let's see, is there any dates on these? And here is a little, like you see outside in England, a little guy like that. And these are different. You don't see these type. There's that one. And we all know this one reminds me of the one in the movie, something on the bottom. 2020. We have Santa. More fun than one adult should be having, right? Then we have this Merry Christmas, fa la la Christmas tree with a hat. La la la. Christmas will be here before we know it. Then we have, he's missing a crow. Then we have a Merry Christmas snowman. Merry Christmas. This one's missing a crow. Here we have one that's really cute inside of a thing with a little bird on the inside. Is everyone thinking Christmas? Say, that's a dirty word. You can't say that. Oh, how cute is this? Then you have Santa sitting in a chair, writing his list and checking it twice. He's going to find out who's been naughty or nice, right? Then we have a Mr. Pumpkin. Lord, with his tongue out. That reminds, I never figured out why people wanted to stick their tongue out and have their picture made. I think that is just beyond. Here's another one, but they're missing. Beyond what should be. Oh, look at this one. Here we have a witch. Look at that. There's your witch. We want to move these. Let's see, what is this? What? We have a bird missing. Hang on. We have another little pumpkin boy. Let's see what else is in. So we're looking at what? I've got bits and I don't know what goes with what. Hang on just a second. Wait a minute here. Let's see. It may have came off. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If anyone is interested in these, I'll do $10 for all of them. Remember, you have the little bauble. You have the turkey little bauble. You have the kitty cat bauble. It has holiday catnip. I thought was adorable. Then you have the Chilly Willy version. or what I call. Then you have the little British guy. You have him. Then you have the tree. Fa la 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 la. You've got the witch right there. I know some people collect these. It drives me crazy hearing these clacking all the time. And there is Santa making his list. Pumpkin boy. So there's those. We may have to find a kid and give them to the. So we will move on. Let's see, what else do we have? Same name, Brian's Vintage and More. Here we go. There we go. There is Brian's new channel, and I'm very excited for you, Brian. There we go. It'll be very interesting to see what, well, sticky. So, this, and it's got a blue glass handle on it. And I think this has something to do with booze, but let me check again. You're welcome, Brian. We got to get you off on a good start. Let's see. Nothing wrong with that. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where's that at? Oh, excuse me, guys. Where's that at? I know it's in here. Did not know. There it is. There's a lot of sweethearts in here in this chat. We appreciate you guys. So, let's see. Uh-oh. Let me do some comparison here. Vintage Libby Baruvia Cobalt Blue. It says it's, I don't, it shows the cups with them that look totally weird. But this is vintage and it could use a cleanup, but it does have the blue glass on it. Very unusual for, it's really a pretty blue. And we will start this at $7 for this one. It's really nice, and it kind of has if it's what I think it is, it's worth a whole lot more than that. Picture. Kind of nice. Is that an air bubble in there? No, it's just something that needs to be cleaned. Or is it? Looks like an air bubble. I think it is. A lot of times they do things with controlled bubbles, which means they put those into the glass on purpose. So we'll pass on that. So let's move on. Let me see. I needed to stretch, guys. Let's see here. Okay. If I'm thinking in the right mode, I think this is. Yes, Francis, I've been told that before, and I think we both saw the same thing, but that's too low. So let me take a picture of this. Yep. Brian, what are you going to do with that picture bow when you get it? Yes, I do, Francis. I'm so guilty. But if I don't pay a lot for something, yes, I'm a big softy, and you guys, that's part of my charm. I'm such a Brian. Are you thinking? Do do do. It is so beautiful. I believe I'd really find a what happened to that. It's pretty magnificent. Just saying. There it is. Yeah, Brian, and when they come in, you can say, "Hey, this is Indiana glass, Carnival glass, and it is rare. And I got that at such a you wouldn't believe what I got that for." Like I said, I wanted to start out somewhere lower than the lowest price I felt like was fair, and that's what I did. Okay, I think this is Jeanette Glass here. I know it is. And it's got grape harvest on it. Let's see here. Let's see what the age is. It's really a pretty color going on there. I hate when they do that and they make you look for. Well, I'm not doing it. So let's go on to the next. Let's see. It's Jeanette Glass, and I think it's Grape Harvest, and I'm not going through. They do that on purpose. It's Jeanette Glass, so that it's like what they do to you. Hey, Ellie, welcome back. What'd you have good, Ellie? Did you have something really amazing? But what they do like Walmart does. See, Walmart, well, all these retail stores are notorious for moving things around. And the why they do that is because they're just sure that you're going to find something else on the way to get the other items. So that's why they do it. So this is Jeanette Glass, and it does have a number FL46 on the bottom. It's pretty old. And welcome back, Ellie. And we'll start this one at start that one at $8. We went to Waffle House. Yummy. I can't really eat a whole meal until after my surgery. So I had, didn't you have gallbladder surgery? You had eggs and toast. Oh, Waffle House. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, Minnie, this is, I think you may own some of this Jeanette Glass. This is Jeanette Glass, and yes, it's vintage with the harvest grape pattern. It kind of it's looks lighter here and goes down into the darker mode. So there's that. I'm getting fuzzy. Still waiting on surgery. Just got cardio clearance today, so hopefully soon. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Well, I hope so too, Ellie. I'm glad that they're making sure that you're prepared, physically, heart wise, and everything. I'm collecting that color amber act. Minnie says 8. Minnie is in at 8. Because I'm telling you, some of these doctors have a license to kill, and they do kill people, unfortunately. But so we have Minnie in for this beautiful Jeanette Glass piece with that great motif, and it feels kind of frosty, and it's lighter here, and it goes down into an amber color, and Minnie is in for 8. That's good, Ellie. That's really important because when they put you under, it's good to know that your heart can withstand that. So I see Minnie in at $8. So we will, seeing no other interest, we'll start to count this down for Minnie. Yeah, it's good to find out those things. Going twice. Final and last call. Fair warning. Excuse me. And it looks like Minnie's going to get this one too, as well. So we are sold to Minnie. Congratulations. Minnie's going back into the. Okay, Miss Minnie. I think you've got some of these. I'm pretty sure, Minnie, that you have something that's going to. 4-8. Congratulations. Guess what, guys? Just I put the old Betty Crocker apron on and made some pineapple jalapeno jelly. And I kind of taste tested. Welcome in, Laura. Good to see you, sweetie. And I kind of, Brian has a new channel. It's Brian's Vintage and More. He's branching. Oh my gosh. And it will be for sale. I have 5 little pint. I made it use pineapple, and oh my god, it's so good. Congrats, Minnie, and your name's going in. Yeah, Brian is definitely branching out. I'm really proud of him there. He's a good little fella. I think Brian's about 6'1", aren't you, Brian? Something like that. And into the barrel or the box Minnie goes. Okay, I'm going to try. Brian's tall. He's a tall fella. Just a young man yet, too. Don't I wish I was that young and know what I know now, right? So it's downstairs. I there should be, when you can something, there should be, once that cools and that gel takes effect, you'll hear a pop, pop, pop. So I will have 5 jar, and there was some left over, so I fixed some, poured it in a separate jar. And there will be pineapple jalapeno up for sale. Next batch will be peach jalapeno. So that's what's popping. And so I decided now we have some larger jalapenos, and those are hot. My daughter takes and does sour cream and puts a little bacon on them, bacon bits, and then puts them into the air fryer. And I had one. I had picked up three of them, and we had red beans and rice, and I was eating. I'm like, what is so hot? And I took a bite out of that, and that was blazing hot. I said, I can't eat this. I said, anything this touches. So I didn't use those. I used the smaller ones, and it calls for 12, and I didn't use. Well, good God, you couldn't eat it if you had 12 jalapenos. They must be referring to the jalapenos that is bought out of the store. Now, when you grow them, they're in a controlled environment. These are outdoors in the sunshine and the air. And I think sometimes the hotter it is outside, the hotter the peppers are. So, yeah, I was down there, and I've got some more jars, and I think I'm going to do peach jalapeno and then regular jalapeno. And I just didn't. No, I had some extra, so I said, "Here, pour it off into this jar." Because you always have to sterilize those jars. You have to put them. I bought this amazing. It's about that tall and about that big around, and it has a wire rack. And I bought that at the consignment shop that I go in, and Ellie says I totally want some when I'm able to eat it again. Oh, there is a vinegar base to it, but it's relative. Yes, I had one of those big, uh, like it's like has a lid to it. It's got spots on it, and I put my jars and my lids and my rings in there, and put it on the stove and give it a good boiling, and then pulled those out and pulled out a clean uh, drying cloth, and they cooled off. And then the preparation of my daughter did the jalapenos. Oh wow! But it's a fairly easy recipe. Now, one thing you don't want to do, you always want to wear gloves when you do jalapenos, because the oil from the jalapeno will get into your skin, and it'll set you on it. It burns. How do I know? I did it one time. So I never did it again. And because there are oils, probably AKA capsaicin in there, and it's hot. So we took the seeds out, the ribs, and it's just basically the pepper itself minus the ribs and the seeds, because that's the hot part. I mean, if I have enough requests, I can do as hot as you want it, but I can't see. Yes, I did, and oh boy, I did. Oh gosh, it tastes, and you can taste the pineapple. It's so good. Oh my goodness. And Shannon, she cut up my jalapenos and took the seeds out and the ribs out, and toss those cut up in a blender with vinegar and give it a good spin. And I added pineapple to it, just some pineapple and some of the juice, not a lot, but it was pretty tasty. That's my sister's name. Oh, yeah. So I had some extra, so I just had Shannon put it in it. We had a jar that was cleaned out. I had some peace habanero salsa, and I really liked it. So I bet I will love the pineapple jalapeno. Yeah, Ellie, you if you had some peace habaneros are hot, and I will be doing some peach habanero salsa. Was the habaneros hot, Ellie? I bet it was. A habanero is known for some major. Habanero is above a jalapeno, and there's some people that really like that hot stuff. So, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night, but we have to pick a winner. And Laura, Brian got the punch bowl set, and he is excited. So, we are going to do the end of the night drawing. I'd like to thank you guys for being here. YouTube has nothing to do with this drawing. They are not supplying the gift. It's me. And so, yeah, him and Minnie they was going at it, but and then Laura made them wait. I said we can't jump right out with it. You're gonna have to. Brian said, "How cruel." So we're gonna shake it up. Shake it up. Brian said she knows how to put the. Yeah, I didn't want to. You don't never want to come out. Brian said, "How could you?" There he was literally drooling, and I just kept going on and on. And Brian said it's something blue, and I said, I know what you're talking about. So we can't do that right away. So we do have mucho names in here. He said all of his nails are bitten off waiting. Thank you, Minnie. he said he said his nails are totally trashed. So the winning person is now, guys. This is weird. Is Johnny Small Pepper is the winner, and he had one entry. Johnny Small Pepper is the winner. I will contact him. You know what? It's really funny. Just a lot of people when they buy chances on something or whatever, they buy so many, and you get this person that buys one and wins the whole shebang. So, Johnny, if you are watching later, you have won the drawing with one entry. You know what they say, it only takes one, guys. And I will contact Mr. Johnny and we will figure out what to do. And look, I mean, there was a lot in there. Whoops. And I really went like that. It wasn't, he won. Johnny bought a teapot, that real old one. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, thank you. I couldn't come on yesterday because Spectrum just 35 minutes before my sale, Shannon said the internet is off, and I'm like, oh man. So I said, the only thing I can do is do it, label it as a pop up, and do it today. So I couldn't believe it, guys. I could not. Thank you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. We've had a very pleasant evening, and Brian's on his way with his other channel. Brian, do you have any nails left after that nail biting? You're very welcome, Brian. Said here she was up here teasing. We knew she had it, and she was holding out. And then the moment of truth arrived, and I brought it out. And he said he's still chewing. Oh my goodness. So, you guys, you have made this a wonderful afternoon. You are wonderful people. I just feel like I'm amongst friends, and we talk, we laugh, we buy beautiful things. So, guys, until next video, love you guys. You take care, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.